Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are preparing for a Micron Technology interviews. This video will give you a complete interview ready roadmap. We cover Micron's technical MCQs, super hard coding problems, system level memory design, and finally the HRM managerial round. Micron interviews focus heavily on memory fundamentals, not just surface level theory. In this video, we will cover deep questions from DRAM, NAND flash, NOR flash, SSD. Micron expects candidates to understand how memory actually behaves in real systems. In coding rounds, super hard problems are there. Micron's coding round is not standard DSA. Problems are based on memory efficient algorithms, bitwise operations, low latency and high throughput design, performance versus reliability trade-off. You may be asked to simulate DRAM scheduling, NAND VL labeling, or optimize SSD write patterns. The goal is to test engineering thinking, not just syntax. System and architecture round. Micron strongly evaluates system level understanding. We cover topics like hybrid memory cube and packet-based memory, multi-chip packages and chiplet design, memory solutions for AI, data centers and automotive, semiconductor manufacturing yield and reliability. Here interviews look for clear explanations and design trade-off, not textbook definitions. And finally is HR and managerial round. Micron's HR and managerial round focuses on mindset. You are evaluated on ownership and accountability, handling failures in production systems, decision making under constraints, long-term reliability over short-term performance. Micron looks for engineers who can think like product owners, not just developers. And if you are targeting Micron on any semiconductor product based companies, this preparation gives you a strong edge. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and comment which company you want covered next. Best of luck for your Micron technology journey. If you want to prepare aptitude round, you can message me on the WhatsApp number. You will have 6 PDFs for covering all aptitude topic wise questions. Okay, so let's get started with the technical MCQs of Micron Technology. First one is DRAM, Dynamic Random Access Memory. DRAM stores data using capacitors and transistors. Why does DRAM require refresh? Due to capacitor charge leakage. Typical DRAM refresh interval is 64 ms meters. Which DRAM timing parameter defines row activation delay? TRCD. Row buffer hit improves access latency. DDR stands for double data rate. Increasing DRAM frequency mainly affects bandwidth. Bank conflicts occur when different rows in same bank exist. What improves DRAM parallelism? More bank. Which DRAM feature reduce power? Self-refresh. DRAM pre-recharge. Pre-charge operation does what? Closes active row. CAS latency measures column access delay. ECC in DRAM primarily improves reliability. Which is fastest? Row buffer hit. DRAM scalability challenge at smaller nodes is leakage and retention, and the 5 coding snippets. You can take PDF from the WhatsApp number given in the video. Okay, here is the interview inside. You can see. Okay, next one is NAND flash memory. NAND flash stores data using floating gate transistors. NAND flash must be erased at which level? Block. Smallest writable unit in NAND is page. Program erase cycle affects endurance. Which NAND type has highest endurance? SLC. TLC stores how many bits per cell? 3. Where labeling is used to distribute erase cycle evenly. Bad block management is required because blocks degrade over time. Read disturb occurs when frequent reads affect nearby cells, which improves NAND reliability. ECC 3D NAND improves density. Flash translation layer maps logical to physical addresses. Garbage collection in NAND reclaims in invalid pages. QLC stores how many bits per 4. Main disadvantage of higher bits per cell is lower reliability and endurance, and the 5 coding snippets. Next one is NOR flash memory. NOR flash is primarily optimized for executing flash. NOR flash allows byte level random reads. Typical use of NOR flash is system boot firmware. NOR flash rate latency compared to NAND is lower. NOR flash erase granularity is usually sector in block. NOR flash endurance is typically higher than NAND, which feature makes NOR suitable for code storage. Direct addressability. NOR flash cost per bit is higher than NAND. NOR flash write speed is slower than NAND. XIP means execute in place. NOR flash typically connects via SPI parallel bus. NOR flash does not require refresh. Firmware stored in NOR is rarely changed because limited endurance. Read disturb in NOR flash is rare compared to NAND. NOR flash is volatile. No. And the coding snippets. Next one is SSD, solid state drive. In SSD is primarily built using NAND flash. SSD performance is mainly controlled by SSD controller. NVM is designed to work over PCIe. Main advantage of NVM over SATA SSD: lower latency parallelism. Queue depth in NVM refers to number of outstanding input-output commands. Which component maps logical blocks to physical NAND location? Flash translation layer. Write amplification means logical writes and greater than cosine physical writes. Over provision helps SSD by improving endurance and GC. Trim command is used to inform SSD about invalid data. SSD DRAM cache is mainly used for address mapping. Which NAND type is preferred for enterprise SSDs? TLC. Garbage collection in SSDs frees invalid NAND pages. SSD latency is lowest when high parallel queues. Power loss protection in SSDs uses supercapacitors. Main bottleneck in modern NVMe SSDs NAND erase time in the coding snippets. Next one is hybrid memory cube. Hybrid memory cube is based on 3D stacked DRAM dies. HMC uses which communication model? Packet-based request. Main motivation behind HMC design is increased bandwidth and parallelism. HMC connects to host via high-speed serial links. Internal HMC architecture divides memory into vaults. Vault controller in HMC used to manage internal parallelism. Compared to DDR4, HMC provides higher bandwidth per pin. HMC reduces memory bottleneck by using many narrow high-speed links. Typical use cases of HMC include HPC, AI accelerators, and networking. One disadvantage of HMC is high cost complexity. HMC supports which access granularity, cache line size request. Packet-based access allows better scalability. HMC refresh is handled internally by the queue. HMC improves power efficiency mainly by reducing input-output power per bit. Why HMC is not common in consumer PCs? Cost and ecosystem complexity in the coding snippets. Next one is multi-chip packages. A multi-chip package integrates multiple dies in a single package. Main benefit of MCP: reduced PCB space. MCP is commonly used in mobile phones. 2.5D packaging uses interposer. 3D packaging involves vertical die stacking. TSV stands for through silicon via. One major challenge in MCP design: thermal management. Yield in MCP is affected because multiple dies must all work. Chiplet architecture improves manufacturing yield. Signal integrity becomes harder due to high-speed interconnect density. MCP reduces inter-chip latency. Thermal hotspots are common in stacked dies. Interposer mainly helps in high-density routing. Automotive MCP must prioritize reliability and temperature tolerance. Main trade-off in MCP design: size versus integration complexity in the coding snippets. Next one is memory solution, system level perspective. A memory solution differs from a raw memory chip because it includes controller plus firmware plus optimization. AI workload typically requires high bandwidth plus low latency. Automotive memory must prioritize functional safety and temperature tolerance. LPDDR is mainly optimized for mobile power efficiency. Data center memory focuses on performance plus reliability. ECC is critical in servers because prevents silent data corruption. Memory bandwidth bottleneck mainly affects compute-heavy AI tasks. Embedded memory solutions require long lifecycle support. Memory QoS, quality of service, ensures controlled latency per workload. Server DIMM differ from consumer RAM by ECC plus registered buffer. AI accelerator prefer which memory? HBM, high bandwidth memory. Power efficiency is critical in data centers and mobile. Latency sensitive applications include real-time analytics. Memory capacity scaling is driven by smaller nodes and 3D stacking. A balanced memory solution optimizes performance, power, reliability, cost, and the coding sides. Next one is semiconductor manufacturing, process yield, fabrication, reliability. Semiconductor fabrication is performed in clean rooms. Clean room classification is mainly based on particle count per cubic meter. Photolithography is used to pattern circuits on wafer. Etching removes a material using chemical or plasma process. Mechanical linearization is used for surface flattening. Yield is defined as working dies total dies. Smaller technology nodes increase leakage challenges. Doping introduces conductivity controller. Wafer testing before thing is called wafer probe test. Defect density directly affects yield. Moore's law predicts doubling transistor count periodically. Process variation can cause performance difference across dies. Reliability testing includes temperature cycling, DRAM scaling challenge at small nodes, retention time reduction. SPC helps in defect prediction and control and the coding snippets. Next one is Micron coding count. Super hard problems are there: DRAM row buffer optimization, statement input output optimization, and the second problem is NAND VR labeling scheduler. Very hard problem is here. You can take video to cover these problems or questions. Okay. So next one is Micron HR and managerial round. Why Micron? Micron works at the intersection of hardware manufacturing and system design. I enjoy solving problems where performance, reliability, and risks matter, not just software abstraction. How do you handle production failures? First, stabilize the system, then perform root cause analysis using data. I focus on permanent fixes, not quick patches. Product company is a service company. In product companies, design decisions leap for years. I prefer owning quality, performance, and reliability end to end. Biggest technical mistake, I optimized performance early without validating reliability impact. It taught me trade-off matter more than raw speed. Handling tight deadlines, I prioritize correctness and risk mitigation first, then optimize shipping. A reliable solution matters more than shipping fast and the managerial round. How do you balance performance versus reliability? I start from workload requirements, define acceptable risk, and choose the simplest design that meets both performance and reliability targets. How do you debug hardware-software interaction? By isolating layers, firmware, controller, memory, and validating assumptions using controlled experiments. Conflict with a teammate. I align on data and system impact. If disagreements persist, I escalate with evidence, not opinion. How do you improve yield or equality? Measure identify bottlenecks, reduce variability, standardize fixes. What makes a good micro engineer? Someone who understands trade-offs, thinks long term, and respect manufacturing realities and what Micron really looks for. Low-level thinking, memories plus system depth, reliability mindset, optimization without breaking correctness, and calm problem solvers. So this is all for Micron technology. If you want the PDF, you can message me on the WhatsApp number. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just like and subscribe, please.